Thomas Massie just called out the FBI, and they responded like they're trying to hide something. So you know what? Let's go figure out what that is. Cheers, Loudermilk and Massie released the January 6, 2021 pipe bomb report.
Nearly 4 years after pipe bombs were planted outside the Democratic and Republican National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C., House Republicans are slamming the FBI. A new report from the House Administration Committee's Oversight Panel accuses federal law enforcement of withholding substantive updates from Congress.
Barely 5 hours pass, and the FBI comes out with this. January 5 pipe bomb investigation. New footage of suspect placing the bomb at the DNC. New footage. It's new footage, it's brand new. FBI, new footage, brand new effing footage. Let's see. What kind of frame rate is this, man? I'm just wondering why they would be sitting on this footage for so long. If everything was on the up and up, if there wasn't something they were trying to hide, and then to claim that it's new. I have a hard time believing this is the frame rate of this video, and that is the resolution of those other videos we saw, those other clips in the intro. I bet you, dude, I wonder, informant, FBI informant, member of Congress. What if it was a member of Congress that got something on? Look at that, look at the figure of this guy. Look at the figure, and he's moping around like an idiot, like a dipshit. Bet you he's a congressman. See, this is why I love Thomas Massie. He came out and scared the FBI so hard, they released more footage, man. Let me know what you guys think. Am I too black-pilled here? Are we in an environment where we trust our institutions too much and they're taking advantage of us? Or are we in an environment where we trust them so little that no matter what they say, it's a lose-lose for everyone? Oh shit, I got the wrong graphic up. I forgot to do the like and subscribe and the notification bell. Key takeaways. The U.S. Secret Service agents failed to identify one of the devices during security sweeps at the DNC, resulting in Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's motorcade passing within feet of one of the pipe bombs. 10 different U.S. Secret Service agents and 2 canine units came within feet of the pipe bomb before Vice President-elect's arrival, yet never discovered the device.
Investigators say the bombs were discovered on January 6, 2021, just as Congress was certifying the presidential election.
Oh, what a coincidence. Also, you guys noticed something about that pipe bomb laying there? Something doesn't look right. Yeah, dude, why does this thing look like it stepped straight out of the 80s? FBI training materials. What is this, some kind of joke? How are we supposed to trust you guys, man? It's an embarrassment. United States Capitol Police failed to properly secure and maintain a perimeter around the devices despite multiple orders to do so, allowing pedestrians and vehicular traffic to cross within feet of the explosive devices. USCP permitted vehicles and pedestrians to pass by the devices while USCP's robot engaged with it. At the DNC, for example, more than 40 vehicles and 10 pedestrians breached the security perimeter around the device between its discovery and when law enforcement ultimately cleared the scene. Law enforcement allowed the motorcade of the Speaker of the House to drive through an active scene, risking the safety of the Speaker. All of this, plus 4 years, and they ain't got nothing to show us except for Grandma waving a flag. Are you kidding me?
Early leads identified persons of interest and critical data, but by February 2021, the FBI reportedly scaled back resources, citing a decline in credible tips.
Huh. Credible tips, you say? You know, it's really interesting that you guys mentioned credible tips like that because, you know, Thomas Massie is really interested in having a conversation with you guys about credible tips, actually. So it's really cool that you guys mentioned that because, you know, who is the person of interest who searched pipe bomb DC online prior to law enforcement's discovery of the bombs, but after they were placed? Huh? That sounds like a credible tip to me. How about a person of interest who, on the morning of January 5th, 2021, took photographs of the area behind the RNC where one of the devices would later be planted? How about a vehicle of interest carrying a passenger matching the description of the suspect that drove past the RNC minutes after the suspect planted the device? Oh my gosh, how about a person of interest who owned a pair of the very specific type of sneakers and that also worked in the area of the crime? Oh, bonus tip, 5 persons of interest, potential targets whose cellular data indicated their movements on the evening of January 5th, 2021 may have matched the movements of the suspect. All of those sound like credible tips. How about some updates on any of those?
The suspect, seen in surveillance footage, wore a hoodie, mask, and distinctive Nike Air Max Speed Turf sneakers. Investigators traced cell data, identified a vehicle near the scene, and even located a sneaker owner matching the description, but no arrests have been made. Republicans argue the stalled probe leaves Americans less secure and point to the FBI's refusal to answer key questions, including claims that cellular data was corrupted, claims disputed by major carriers.
No, the FBI did not receive corrupted data from one of the major cell carriers in connection with its investigation into the pipe guy. A former senior FBI official testified that the major cell carrier companies provided corrupted cell data to the FBI and suggested that the corrupted data may have contained the identity of the pipe bomber. However, in responses to the letters from the subcommittee, the major cell carriers confirmed that they did not provide corrupted data to the FBI and that the FBI never even notified them of any issues with accessing the cell data. So no matter how you slice it, they lied.
FBI Assistant Director David Sundberg defended the agency's efforts, noting 1,000 interviews, 39,000 video reviews, and 600 tips have yet to reveal the suspect's identity.
Okay, so then what good are they if they're not revealing anything? How do we even know they're real? And then secondly, how can we even trust you that they're not revealing anything? In the early weeks and months of the investigation, the FBI took significant steps to identify the suspect, including issuing geofence warrants, analyzing cell tower data, conducting forensic analysis of the devices, tracking the device's components, and reviewing hours of security camera footage. The FBI identified multiple persons of interest during the initial weeks and months of the investigation. And then they go through everybody that we were just talking about a minute ago, the person of interest that searched the term after the devices were planted but before law enforcement found them. Who is that, right? Like that to me is a grade A lead. I would say the first one's grade A, right? The second one I would say grade C, right? And then the person taking pictures, that's like a D grade. Like, yeah, that could not play out, right? And then you got the person with the sneakers, C minus D. You know, those are rare sneakers, but you know, you got sneaker buffs, man. Honestly, I think the sneakers would have thrown us off. This right here, the 5 persons of interest, potential targets whose cellular data indicated their movements on the evening of January 5th, this right here, and the last and the first, right? Number 1 and number 5, what's going on with those? We need an update on those, man.
The FBI has released new footage of the suspect and is offering a $500,000 reward for information leading to an arrest.
You're out here offering $10 million for the head of the Jalisco New Generation cartel right now. And you're gonna put up $500,000 for this guy, who apparently was able to sneak into DC, plant dangerous, volatile devices in very crucial locations that could have harmed many people, crucial infrastructure in DC. He could be a part of a cartel. He could be a part of a network that engages in politically motivated violence and inspires terror. And people wonder why we don't trust the FBI. I'm gonna let my boy Thomas Massie take it out.
Director Wray, do you know how the second bomb was found at the DNC? We've found video that looks like somebody, a passerby, miraculously found this pipe bomb at the DNC and then notified the police. It was at the precise time to cause the maximum distraction from the events going on at the Capitol. You'll see him come into view. He goes to one police car, he goes to another police car, and within a minute, they start scrambling. That's not a coincidence. Have you interviewed that person?
Devices. We have conducted all logical investigative steps and interviewed all logical individuals at this point.
Then you need, it's 900 days. You need to tell us what you found, because we're finding stuff you haven't released into the public.
Did you guys know the top January 6th DOJ prosecutor is tucking tail and running before Trump enters office? We do a deep dive on him. Check it out. Also, did you guys know Mark Zuckerberg and Meta straight up came out and said they're replacing humans with AI? They're done with content creators. They're replacing them with AI. Check it out. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate you.